Hi Capricorn, are you ready for this? We're going to have a good session. This is your intuitive energy reading for the month of January 2019. I'm very excited to be bringing some of these messages to you. I feel very strongly that some of you really need this at this time. Some clarity, some direction, some momentum, some encouragement, right? In the new year, it's going to be so good. You just don't even know. You're acclimating yourself. You're acclimating yourself to what you should know, but if you don't know, that's going to be exactly how you do know. You have to move through those insecurities. You have to move through those doubts by educating yourself, okay? And I'm going to help you get educated this reading. My name is Chandler Christine. I do have personal readings available for the month of January. Right now I'm in Colorado, filming at my parents' house, taking my holiday to record this for you. And that is not out of resentment that I say that. This is out of dedication to you, Capricorn, that I take my vacation time to devote my work to the highest potentials for you. I really sincerely think that you need this. I really feel strongly that this is your year and that you've just been so blinded to it. Maybe you've been going through some stuff, Capricorn. You know, you guys don't seem to really resonate with my videos. My other videos do much better than Capricorn's. That's not to say that those Capricorns that do watch don't resonate. I just feel very strongly that I haven't reached enough of you. I haven't been giving you what you need. And in this year, I don't aim to sugarcoat anything. I don't aim to beat around the bush at all. In fact, I think with you, Capricorn, you need the exact opposite. You need some tough love, you need some real honesty, and maybe even some brutal truth. So, needless to say, let's go. We're going to be drawing the energy to your reading. If you guys are familiar with my readings, welcome back, and thank you for subscribing. We always start with the energy. As I am an intuitive empath, most of my readings are based off of intuition. I do incorporate some astrology. We have 2 of air and 6 of fire. So very interesting cards out of the gate. I think that what this truly means is that clarity and balance is coming to you finally. There's reason for the rhyme. And not only that, but you and another, a potential Gemini, I'm getting very strongly, Sagittarius, or maybe even Aries, are making amends. You guys are calling a truce. You guys are finally breaking ground together, where there may have been some debacle going on. It could have been legal as well. We have the Wisdom card come up, which is a card of reason for being. Why do you exist? You know, that's going to be something that comes to you and kind of hits you right here. Why do you exist? What's your purpose? And maybe you're having a purpose flare this month. Union. Okay, so union is definitely talking about struggles with a relationship. We see you reviewing your past, looking over your past and having previous experiences with someone, wanting to rekindle some relationship, wanting to wisely go toward the future in regard to what you've learned. Okay, we have the 4 of water. Someone is feeling very devalued and maybe even degraded, while the other one may have been putting themselves on a pedestal. We have emotions. You're not really able to clearly discern how you feel about this message. Maybe toward the end of the month, it'll become even more clear. However, you are waiting for answers, okay? You are waiting for answers. You're asking the universe for help, and they are giving you help through readings. They're giving you help through your own intuition. However, you need to be very grounded in order to receive the messages without them being askewed, being taken to a different place than intended because of imbalance within yourself. You need to be balanced. You need to be grounded. And the hero, okay? So this may be very well talking about a Sagittarius. This is an Archer. This could be the Cancerian moon coming up at the end of the month of December. Let me check my notes. The full moon in Leo is on January 21st, but we do have a moon in Capricorn actually on January 8th. So at the beginning of the month, you're going to be wanting to make some big decisions. You're going to be weighing out your options. You're going to want to be squashing some of the things that have been holding you back. This is the time to move forward. This is not the time to be very feeble-minded or inconclusive or, wishy-washy. You need this clarity. You need this truth. You need this honesty, and you need the conclusion. You need some conclusions. So, this may resonate with some of you very strongly. We do go into the clarity, and that provides us some insight as to how these things could be coming up in your life, regardless of the energy. How are these going to manifest in your life? Something does manifest, okay, through the clarity that you may be feeling over your decision making. Something comes to the forefront of your mind that really makes sense. It really puts things into motion. It makes you realize how things have been so imbalanced and what exactly you need to do to rebalance them. With the Six of Swords and the fire energy going on, this is alchemy, okay? So I see you making a firm decision, and it's not a decision to move away from something. It's a decision to face it. It's a decision to commit even stronger to it. It's a commitment that, just as Saturn is going direct in your sign, it means that you are willing to do the work because the work is entailing you the reward. And in fact, it's not so much working this month as it is working smarter, not working harder, working smarter. And I've been saying everything like that to every sign. I think also this does have a bit of a Aries vibe because we have Mars going direct in Aries. Okay, that is the sign of will and determination and focus and power. We're really getting some divine inspiration here, and it's over relationships. It's over our independence. It's over what we're willing to settle for and what we're literally settle for. Maybe it's a settlement between you and another. Nonetheless, there is something that is no longer going to be able to continue because of this mediation and arbitration between you and another. And I think it's within your power to do it. It's not so much outside of you, though you have outside circumstances and support from the universe helping you realize what you need to realize to really get down to that business to be able to move forward from it. Wisdom is telling you, hey, you've just gone through a major life cycle. Maybe it's been even an identity crisis, something that has really needed your attention, an effort to show you the path that was otherwise unclear and not shown to you. It's been only through your efforts of uncovering it will you be able to find it. So you need to show up for the universe this month. You need to show up being dependable, being reliable, not emotionally needy at all. This is something that, it has a bit of nostalgia in it, right? As Capricorn represents nostalgia and the vintage, the old, maybe the cared for and maybe even sentimental things to you to look back upon and revalue them. And I say revalue, not revise, because it's not like you're calculating this. It's like you are intuitively feeling this. You are looking back at the past and really weighing out your options as far as where your value still stands, what resonates with you now, and the new direction you are headed in. You have to be able to look back at the old with a certain nostalgia and value in order to determine what you take with you. So that's where wisdom comes, okay? You have learned a lot, and this is rebalancing itself. This is making a lot of sense, though you have had to do the groundwork. You have had to be insightful. You have had to be very strong. You've had to look into the darkness. You have had to shine the light upon this cave that you are, looking back into the depths to see what you can hold, what your capacity is able to hold. And just as Saturn is one of the biggest, most brilliant planets in the galaxy, it's in this middle place, right? So wisdom, I think, is not so much a cave as much as it is referring to your planet and the karma and dharma that you're receiving, the things that are not in your power and the things that are in your power. The things that have gone on and the things that will be. You stand between these things in this month. You stand between these crossroads, knowing what you want to create and maybe having a certain vision, but really your power comes from the past. Your power comes from having the hurts, having the words that have been said, having the disruptions, distractions, and misinterpretations. The communication has been off. It has truly been off for you. And not only that, but your idea of your journey, your idea of your projection and the direction that you wish to head has just been slightly skewed. So this month, with Aries, with Mars going direct in Aries, with the new moon in Capricorn, giving you new insights and new ways to pave your path. Not only that, Venus in Sagittarius is helping you rediscover adventures and journeys and open up new avenues. And Saturn being in Capricorn is helping you revisit and let go of things that have no longer been serving you and actually distracting you or making things very fuzzy and unclear and even hurtful to an extent. Okay, these are things that are being let go of, and you have to realize that when the sun enters Aquarius, we'll have a full moon in Leo, we have a solar eclipse. These are things that are not going to be able to hide from us. Okay, the dark side is eclipsing, just as Saturn has a dark and light side to it. It works with time and it works with space. We're talking about having this fully encompassing idea of your life and how you're projecting it forward. This may very well involve a union. This may very well involve a previous relationship or a past cycle that you are to leave. You are to leave it, okay? And if you've been relying on others to fulfill you in any way, shape, or form, that is going to become so unsatisfactory, and you are going to become so, riddled with anxiety if you are any longer dependent on people to fulfill you or to satisfy you, that it will become so irritating and frustrating until you really do this groundwork, until you really do face the consequences of not taking the power into your own hands and projecting it forward as if you were the only person to do it, as if you were the only soul in the entire galaxy who had the ability to do that for yourself. This is the extent to the power you're receiving. This is your month. Okay, so where we see union in the Four of Water, you guys may be involved with a water sign. Okay, this is emotional. This is something that is deep, and it's deeply misunderstood. Okay, this person you see in almost an annoying way, I feel like. This person captivates you, but in a negative way. They are almost consuming because you feel you can't be yourself. And not only that, but they may be shunning you for being yourself. You know, it's kind of a catch-22 because you want to embody more of yourself this month. You want to be more authenticated. You want to feel stronger about yourself. You want to take your power into your own hands and really grab the reins as this water energy, and maybe even the moon in Cancer carry you forward. This is a new life path. And in doing so, you have to face those emotional cruxes. You have to face those emotional bondages and barriers, whether they be within you and in your personal life as reflections in partners, or whether they be internal struggles such as anxiety and dread when you go to sleep at night. Those things are going to be coming up to the forefront of your mind to say, are you willing to deal with this yet again in another cycle? Are you willing to deal with this yet again in the most prosperous year, potentially, in very many years, right? Maybe in 12 years, and not really use it to your advantage? I don't think so. You are going to need to face these realities. You are going to need to integrate the newness. You're going to need to steer your life in the right direction. And that's by getting a handle on your emotions. Okay, that's by getting a handle on how you believe things to be. Are you convincing yourself of something that is beyond your control? Are you trying to manipulate something? Are you trying to gain an edge on someone? Are you annoyed by how people are projecting their emotions on you? You need to know where you stand in all of that. That's how you become the hero. That's how you become the hero of your journey, and maybe even for the next year. You have high aspirations. You have passions that have been calling at you, nagging at you, asking you to pay more attention to them. You have been so further distracted by people. I see a lot of people taking your time and energy. I see your own beliefs being very self-sabotaging. You are not being self-sufficient like you once promised yourself you would be. These are broken promises, not by other people, but by yourself. And how does the hero emerge? The only way the hero emerges is through adversity. The only way the hero emerges is through challenge. The hero cannot become the hero if they don't face what they were meant to face. I'm going to turn the camera down and we can take a look at all of these cards. I guess I'll just position them like this, and then we'll read them kind of overlapped a little bit so you can see all of the cards. So I'll name them again in case you can't see them very well. We've got the Hermit type of energy here with the Wisdom that's kind of cut off in the screen, but we start off the month with the 2 of Air, the 6 of Fire, and Wisdom. Then we go into Union, and in yet another 6, okay? 6s are counting your blessings. 6s are realizing truths that have otherwise burdened you or sabotaged you to enlighten you. And then we have Emotions and the Hero, the very end. Okay, so this is no joke, Capricorn. This is absolutely no joke. You are being put to the test. This is Saturn in full effect, right, in your month. And it really doesn't matter how these cards are sorted, right? It only matters here what you know and realize and have the potential to overcome. That's what my readings are about. That's why I do this. That's why I'm here. That's why I took this this endeavor. Not because I felt I had to, but because I felt I was called to. And I followed my own calling. And I overcame my fears and I put myself out there. And I acted brave for a moment until I was actually brave. Until I was actually able to accomplish something. And that took some hard work, that took some diligence, and that took some faith, right? And you're being asked to do the same. I'm sorry if this is coming off really harsh. I'm usually very loving, Cap. I'm usually very loving. Oh, and my computer's about to die. I'm going to grab my charger real quick. I do not want to lose this reading on you guys. Bear with me. Almost there. Okay, so I'm going to have to resituate all together. This is the test, okay? You're going to have to resituate. I never, ever do this, Capricorn. If you are a subscriber to me, you know, I'm very well planned out. I don't like having to do this, but you know what? It's why I'm having to do this. Okay. All right, so let's just take a 5-minute break while I charge my computer and drink some coffee, chill the F out, really absorb what I just said. Because I know I talk fast. I know that I kind of, skip and jump and get overwhelmed, because I'm in your energy. I'm in your energy and it feels overwhelmed. It feels completely isolated. It feels like you aren't being really honest. And I don't like that. I don't like that you're not being honest with yourself. Okay, you can be dishonest with everyone else. That usually doesn't work out for you either, but you're not going to be dishonest with me. I'm going to call you out. I'm going to tell you what kind of energies are here for you, and you're not going to be able to hide. And if you're not watching this reading anymore, if you're thinking, oh, I got to tune out of this woman's crazy, I don't care, okay? Because at the end of the day, you're going to realize that this holds some significant truth, and this holds value in the next year of your life. Don't dismiss this. This may have one message in it for you, if nothing else. One message that is meant to reach you. Okay. And yes, I'm still in my pajamas. So we're talking about rebalancing a partnership here. I am not kidding. With a water sign specifically, we have a mutual understanding. We have a new chapter in relations and partnership. What was unbalanced then becomes balanced. We have 2 children at home. We have all of these cups to show off such a wealth of knowledge, a wealth of understanding, reciprocation, and true love. Okay, this is your vision of the future. This is what you want, and you're willing to do the work. But there is some mental clarity coming through. So what is the work? What is it from A to B? How do you get there? This is a new chapter. This is a 10, okay? A 10 always signifies something that has been overcome, that is no longer needing to be an issue. It does not require your attention. It does not require your aggressive, habitual, energetic output. You know, I'm sensing that you are really needing to reflect because you are no longer in the situation that you once were in. Things have gone on this year that have been super heavy. There have been so many words that have just been flying, so many misinterpretations, so many miscalculations, so much misunderstanding going on that it's only right that you would envision something different, something better, something more balanced, something more full at the beginning of a year. This is your highest aspiration, and I see that very clearly. You're willing to do the work. Every card that comes up at the bottom of the deck is the World, Wheel of Fortune, 2 of Cups, what was the other one? Oh, the Fool. This is all telling me your place here in this business. This is all telling me how you are interpreting your life with a partner. And that is that you want your freedom. There is an emphasis on freedom, but not only as an individual, but as a couple. You guys need to mutually understand each other. Again, the King of Pentacles. This person's slow, okay? That's the only thing. This person's slow. He's not willing. He's not willing to do the work. He is absolutely doing the work, and he's actually mindfully doing it. Okay, so where there have been lack of effort toward a relationship, know that they have been putting their energy toward financial endeavors. Know that they have been trying to make wise investments so that the long term can be prosperous for you guys. They may be under quite a bit of pressure as well to make everything happen. You know, this person is a person that takes on a lot of responsibility. And if this is you, Capricorn, I see very well why your eyes have been away from this relationship. Why your attention has been a little imbalanced, because so much focus has been going on to money. But that's not a bad thing necessarily. It just needs to become a little bit more harmonious for the two of you to see eye to eye yet again. Money, if you only do things for money, man, it will never work out. You have to have shared passions, shared resources, shared interests. So with the 3 of Pentacles, we see again this person, whether that be you as an earth sign, or maybe you are with another earth sign, or they have some earth in their chart. This is talking about clarity coming to you in the integrity that they hold over their work. This is you putting integrity into your work, and maybe even starting a home business. Whenever I see this card, it means that you are working on something with your hands. You are working on something very artistic, maybe even authenticated to you, right? Something only you can do. And you do this in a passionate way. But regardless of how you do it, this means people are beginning to notice this. This means that this is not only a form of self-expression, but a form of liberation. This is how you acquire your independence. If you've been struggling over money and you want all these things in your world, what does the black and white card have to say? This says, how do you get that? How are you going to actually attain that? Are you going to rely on others? I don't think so. Are you going to start a home business? Are you going to practice what you preach? Absolutely. People respect that. People want that from you, Capricorn. The 6 of Fire, what do we have? All right. Yeah, so there have been some confusing times in the past, right? Maybe there has been some miscommunication between you and a significant other. There's been some rocky issues. You guys have not been seeing eye to eye. There's alchemy in this situation, right? Because you have a step of progression. Where your liberation stands is where you make your money. Okay, and I think that's also where the King of Pentacles comes in. But to say, look, The way we're going to do this is by making money. The way we're going to ensure our security, our dependability, overcome restrictions, learn our life lessons, build a solid foundation, and maybe even act conservatively in order to attain what we desire. We have to learn dependability, practicality, and consistency are how we attain it. This is your step to progression. This is how you make ends meet. This is how you are then liberated from this dependent, maybe even restrictive situation. This is an 8. I read that wrong in the screen. This is an 8. So this is karma as well. So where you have karma to come in to say this is also Saturn. Okay, we have this huge idea of Saturn, your ruling planet, being in Capricorn. Look at this picture for a moment. This is Saturn in Capricorn. This is Mars in Aries turning direct. This is your life changing for the better, but through your own determination and willpower to do so. Saturn will never leave you empty-handed. It's a bit scary, right? It's a bit daunting when it presents its options to you. Nevertheless, if you work with it, it will always benefit you. It will always nurture your ideas. It will always give you the space and time that you need to accomplish it. With providing resources, with providing insight and life lessons. Okay, so where this 8 of Pentacles really stands, I think, is to just say you're leaving this situation not empty-handed. You have inspiration and you have resources, you have goals that you need to put more attention to. And that's exactly how you're going to be liberated from the situation. That's how you're going to make your money. That's how money starts to flow in, is that you show the universe, I'm willing to do this. So this is a 7. So we have 6, 7, 8. This is where I got the 7. This is an 8. Okay, just to clarify, because I get talking and I didn't mean to confuse anyone. I just saw it and I said 7, but 6, 7, 8. Okay, this is where your confusion gets focused. This is where all the distractions and the, oh, but I guess, and oh, if he didn't do that, or if she didn't do that, or if I had only this, and there is so much victimhood in this card, I can't even tell you. There's so much lack mentality, I can't even say. And that's not for no reason. That's totally been in your stars, Capricorn. You know, if you feel victimized by the universe, it is justified to some extent, because this is how Saturn works. Saturn will victimize you until you liberate yourself. Okay, so then wisdom. Where are we at with wisdom? What has Saturn taught us? Judgment. You are relinquishing yourself of judgment. You are stepping outside of judgment. You are stepping outside of fears. You're stopping asking the universe for help. You know, in contrast, I would say to never stop asking the universe for help. But, you know, it seems as if your voice has gone from asking to pleading. It's gone from, curiosity to dependence. So this is the universe's answer. Liberate yourself. Do it yourself. No one is stopping you. No one is stopping you. Your own judgments are stopping you. This lack mentality, this I wish I had, this if only I did, or if only they were, is not going to serve you for the long term. This is your calling, okay, to step outside of judgment, to enter into a new cycle in the arms of an angel with compassion from the universe, as to say you're only human. Humans get caught up in judgment. They can get caught up in comparison traps. They can say to themselves, I would be a much better person if I had this in my life, if I had X, Y, and Z. Yet there comes a time when we cannot rely on those things anymore. We have to simply just become what we want to be. So step outside of judgment and you will realize you are entering a new cycle full of wisdom. You have acquired so much value in this last cycle. And now it's your turn to lead. You are no longer a follower outside of this major arcana. These are 2 major arcanas coming up for you, and we have the Lovers. This is the card of a Gemini. You have been judging very, very harshly on others as well, potentially. You have been neglecting to see that the power you have is within you, and your communication then has been off. Your insights have been off. And not only that, but this Lover's card is representing a reflection of your judgments. People are acting upon what you are projecting. And so you say, you're looking in your past, you're looking at your actions, you're looking at how you've behaved recently, and you're saying, no wonder. No wonder. I've been going through such a difficult time with this. It's me. This is the responsibility you have to take upon yourself in order to enter into the next cycle, in order to trust the universe, to guide you, to tell you, to always support you, and to show you the way. It's not abandoning you. It would never. It's simply wanting you to see for yourself the way out of this mess. Okay, so we have Six of Cups. We have Knight of Cups. Someone comes to you in an effort to restore this love. Okay, this is the ocean. The ocean is healing. The ocean is everlasting. The ocean is nurturing. The ocean is meaningful. It's deep. It's understanding. This person means no harm. And then again, are you willing to accept what they are offering you? Are you willing? Can you look in the mirror long enough to see your beauty inside, your worthiness inside, your authenticity that feels like it just is pouring out of you? It needs direction. The direction is through love. If you can do things with love, if you can do things through understanding and compassion, all can be healed. This is you counting your blessings. We have the 10 of Pentacles on the bottom of the deck. Very, very specific. For those of you who are still with me, I know you resonate very deeply with this, or you would not be watching. You wouldn't be putting up with my hostile tone. You wouldn't be putting up with the brutal honesty I'm putting you through. Because on some deeper level, you realize this is no longer your life. You are creating a life based upon the energies you're receiving from the universe and the insights that you're getting as downloads and intuition, maybe through your dreams. Maybe you're having sleepless nights and you're asking the universe for some answers. These are your answers. The 10 of Pentacles tells us here, you have nothing to worry about. Accept what the universe is giving you. Accept that you can find understanding, that you can find the depth and sincerity and renewal that you have been asking for. That it also needs to be received by you in the same like. And not only that, but you need to focus on it and nurture it. Union. Knight of Wands, Five of Swords, King of Cups. I'm not taking reversals, and my deck knows that. I don't take reversals. Any good tarot reader should be able to interpret them off of their intuition. So with the Knight of Wands, the Five of Swords, and the King of Cups, we see very distinctly that some of you could be very well entrenched in a relationship with a water sign. Maybe you are juggling back and forth between a fire sign, an Aries, and a water sign. Maybe this water sign is a newer person and the Aries is a past lover. There's so many different dimensions that are entangling right now because of the new year and because of all of the solar and lunar activity we're receiving. It's no wonder that Saturn is direct in Capricorn, as it just validates and justifies here how the past is colliding with the future. The past and the way we have learned our lessons thus far is colliding with our belief systems and the foundation of which we build off of for the future. So with the Knight of Wands and the Five of Swords, I see specifically you have a renewed passion. You have a renewed interest in what you're capable of cultivating. There is no reason you shouldn't feel this way. Okay, you should feel this way in the new year. We have Jupiter and Sagittarius an entire year long. We have Venus entering Sagittarius, which is the planet of love. Okay, and you see here the change is happening within your words. The change is happening through your insights and which battles you pick and how long you're willing to hold the grudge for. You know, things have to change. Things have to change. They have to become lighter. They have to become renewed, restored, and even regurgitated, to an extent where, you're not beating a dead horse, but you're clarifying here through love, compassion, and renewed passion for the desire you have in your future. For whatever kind of passions are being cultivated through you for self-expression, you are finding no reason not to follow them. You are finding no reason, and in fact, getting so much support to pursue them. That it doesn't matter whether this person has not believed in you or has been fallen short of their support in your life. They're coming through to show you they still uphold your values. They still stand within the foundational realm that they have built this relationship with you. When the waves come over, these cups will stand. Okay? When the waves come over, these cups will stand. Because the foundation that they have built, though it may be within the realm of water, it is solid. It is grounded. It is understanding. And it is forgiving. So if you've acquired some hurts, know that this energy is coming to you for further insight into your own healing. If you have been struggling with letting go of the past, if you've been dealing with fear of not being capable of building something new, of restoring what was once lost, know that you are. You can, and you will. Emotions, okay? We have the sun. Someone may be coming home, right? Where we see the sun. This is a very optimistic, this is a very enthusiastic and exposed way of showing us how you're dealing with your emotions, okay? You're being very brilliantly elated and excited about what you have to share. And I think that this is a renewed aspect of your emotions as well, to say, look, I have nothing to hide. I have nothing to hide. I am bearing all to witness. I have been through so much this past year. I am not willing to carry the burden. I'm taking everything off. I'm literally unlayering myself. I'm even taking my clothes off so that I can play naked for a while. And it's as if you just say, look, to hell with heaviness, to hell with struggle. I am no longer going to put myself through this emotionally needy and dependent relationships. I'm no longer going to, wallow in the difficulty. I'm no longer going to stray from the commitment that I promised myself at once. This is something that is going to take all of your energy. This is something that is not only going to take your energy, but is going to fuel your energy. It's a mirror. It's the center of your world. And you have to be able to expose yourself. You have to be able to relay the message. You have to be able to understand what it takes for you to feel free, for you to feel liberated. This is the King of Swords. This is you coming out with it. Okay, this is you literally like bearing all, exposing yourself. This is the full moon in Leo, which, you'll be able to see if you're on the north or south side of the world. And it really represents here a time of self-expression, creativity, and originality. It was once said that it's better for you to fail in originality than to succeed in imitation. Let me say that again. It is better to fail in originality than to succeed in imitation. So the thing that you really get and grab onto and sink your teeth into this month is to say, look, my liberation is through my self-expression and creativity. If I'm not able to do that in any kind of relationship, then it's no longer serving me. And not only that, but if I feel unwilling or unable to express myself in any given moment, I'm not going to allow myself to feel that way any longer. I'm going to push through those feelings of self-sabotage and non-commitment, and really get down to earth here. Really get down to earth and really feel strong about myself and about what I have to say and about what I have to share. We also have Uranus, kind of playing around. We have Neptune and Pisces. You're going to be attracted to unconventional things this month. The Hero. This promises a safe journey home. Okay, so for those of you who have been wondering what exactly to do, what will happen, I see you guys going on vacation. I see you guys just leaving. And maybe it's somewhere in the Mediterranean. Maybe it's somewhere where it's short distance or long distance travel. We have Jupiter in Sagittarius. It could mean you go anywhere this year. You're looking for adventures. Okay, and it's really time to look for new adventures and to celebrate how far you've come, okay? This is not an effort to say there will be some brilliant celebration where you guys can forget about all your worries. No, this celebration is to celebrate the worries. This relationship has gone through the gutter potentially this last year. And what I see here is you have so many people here to celebrate with you, but they don't matter, do they? Because it's the walk to these gates that matters. It's the walk to this safety harbor that is where you are able to then say, I did overcome my adversity. I did overcome whatever things were misconstrued, elaborated, or self-sabotaging as habitual patterns in my life. And I no longer am victim to that. This is Saturn working for you, okay? I wish you the best of luck. I'm going to pull you one more card here. You have some of the most happy cards in the deck, but it was a heavy reading, and I do apologize for my intensity. I honestly am such a nice person, but I am not going to shy away from these divine messages, as I feel, as I say, divine messages, right? Divine will. This is your reading as a whole. This is the cycle that you're entering into. You have to find what calls you, Capricorn. You have to find and deepen your relationship with the divinity within so that you can fully express it and confidently express it this year. Or there may not be a better opportunity for you. You need to find what calls you, which direction you're willing to go into your life and to pursue your passions through it. This is the divine that's calling you. Listen. Your life is unfolding in accordance with the divine will of your soul. Trust. Let go of fear and apprehension. You are protected and eternally blessed. Have patience. All manifests in perfect timing. Bye, Capricorn. I'll see you in February.